right, welcome everybody to Coffee with Markus. Today is May 20th and this is episode number 42 of the Coffee with Markus show. So this here is for you if you're interested in trading and would like to have actionable tips and tricks and strategies around trading. And hey, today again we have a full show. Of course, in the first few minutes we'll take a look at the markets, see what is happening here right now. Then this morning, I was able to take profits on one of my trades. I want to show you exactly what I did there. And today is day 2 where I'm trading my new tastyworks account, the account that I funded with $20,000. So we'll take a look at how our trade's doing from yesterday, as well as the new trades that I entered today. And then today I also want to talk to you about the 3 reasons why traders lose money and how to fix it. Does that sound good? So let me just make sure that the sound and the video quality is good. Perfect, we're good to go. So let's jump right in. Let's take a look at the markets. Let's see what is happening here right now. So today the Dow is up 1.5%, the S&P 500 is up 1.7%, the Nasdaq is up almost 2%, and there's a reason for it, why, and I'm going to show you in a moment. But let's take a look and drill down at the Dow of what's happening here throughout the day. So we're going to a 5-minute chart, and this is where you see this morning we opened higher, and then pretty much for the remainder of the day we were just diddling around. Why is that? Well, there's really no news today that moved the market one way or another. Now if you think back 2 days ago, we had this we had the news that there's possibly a vaccine against this nasty virus, and this is where the markets jumped up. But as you can see, if we zoom in, we are still hitting resistance at 24,750. So the Dow definitely lagging here. Now, on the other hand, the Nasdaq is climbing almost very close to where we were before this crisis hits out, this pandemic. And what's happening here? Well, today, Facebook is the big winner in the Dow, so in the Nasdaq. So Facebook today up 6.2%. So why is that? Why is Facebook up that much? Well, they announced the Facebook shop. And yes, you heard right. They are planning to take on Amazon. Now, as you know, a few others have tried to take on Amazon. Walmart is probably the most popular one. So Walmart with its online store doing really well. And here, as you know, recently I sold to Strangle. This is what you see here on the screen. Did fairly well with this. And now again, Facebook announced today that there will be Facebook shops, and this is what is driving the Nasdaq higher. So other than this, what did we have today? We had the FOMC meeting minutes, and the FOMC meeting minutes, nothing new there. Basically, they showed that the Fed is still very uncertain. Those were their words in terms of what's happening with the economy. Now, everybody seems to be really positive that we will see a bounce back in the second half of the year, and looking at the markets, it is happening right now. And hard to understand, right? We are 25% unemployment. We have more and more shops, or more and more companies are filing for bankruptcy, and yet the market is climbing higher and higher. Hey, as you know, trade what you see, not what you think. So there were a few other news today that I thought were quite interesting. Let's have a coffee together. Okay, so the Senate passed a bill where right now it's targeting towards foreign companies, and basically it's targeting Chinese company doing business here in the US. So we'll see how this pans out. The markets seem to shrug it off because, again, today we opened higher, and then for the remainder of the day we were just going up. So this is the quick 5-minute overview in 5 minutes or less of what is happening in the markets. Now, next I want to show you the trades that I'm personally doing right now. So let's jump onto the account right now. So this account that you see here is an account that I use for selling put options. This is what I've been doing in this account for the past, 8 or 9 weeks. I started this account with $25,000. Right now, 2 months later, it is at $44,300. So here is the trade where I took profits today. It was AAL, American Airlines. And as you can see up here in the upper right-hand corner, realized profits, $1,200. Let's take a look at this trade really quick, just as a refresher. So American Airlines, as you can see here, I sold the 6 put for 35 cents and I wanted to take profits at 70% of the max profit. So I wanted to make 25 cents per share. Now I was trading 50 contracts, so my idea here is that on this trade, I wanted to make $1,250. And this is what happened today. My profit target was 10 cents, and I got out of this trade with $1,250. It's truncating it here or rounding, no idea why, but hey, if you have been following it, if you have been part of the Theta Kings class and you have been taking this trade as well, you should be very happy because that's what happened today. We were trading right here at 10 cents. As you can see, right now back at 11 cents, but I was able to get rid of my 50 contracts here. So the other trade that is coming really, really close to a profit target here is CAR. On CAR, let's just take a look at the trade. This is Avis. Let's take a look at this and rehash of what we were trying to do here. So we sold the 7 put with an expiration of June 19th for 60 cents. So I want to buy this option back at 15 cents. And this is how I would make $2,100. So let's see where we are trading here right now on CAR. Currently, we are at 20 over 25 cents. That's a bit ask. So getting really, really close. And hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to take profits here with this $2,100. Okay. So the last trade that we have is Hertz. So let's quickly jump on this one. There's a trade, not exactly according to the rules, but it looked like a really good trade to me. This is why I took it. Again, here I sold the 150 strike, expiration May 29. And the idea here is to make $1,400 on this trade, buying it back at 10 cents. So this is where we stand right now. So Hertz, again, want to make $1,500. Not quite there yet. Want to take profits at 10 cents. Right now we are trading at 20 cents. Anyhow, so this is what's going on in this account. Now in a moment, we'll jump on to the next account so that I show you how I'm currently trading this new tastyworks account that I opened last week. We started trading it yesterday, but let me ask you thus far, is this helpful? Because if it is, do me a favor and click on like. If you like looking at the account, looking at the trades, if you want me to dissect the trades, give you a quick recap so that you can follow along of what I'm doing and why I'm doing it, then hit the like button. Because if you don't like it, don't hit the like button and we'll talk about something else and not my accounts or my trades. It's really up to you. So I'm doing it for you. Hey, talking about doing it for you. As of next week, we will go to 3 times a week. So Coffee with Markus will be on Monday. We'll talk about what the week has in store for us on Wednesdays. And then on Friday, we'll review of what is happening or what has been happening over the week. So this week, I'll be here for you every single day. And I said, this is what I would do during this pandemic and the market crisis. And effective next week, we will go to 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. There we go. All right, good. I see that you're liking it. Really appreciate it. And hey, if you find this helpful and you think that others might find this helpful, feel free to share this video. Good. Let's jump to the other account and let's talk about the other account and the trades that I'm taking in there. So right now I am in 3 trades and I will again show you exactly what's happening here. Now this is an account that I opened with tastyworks. There's $20,000 in this account. Right now for the day I'm up $178 and I have 3 positions. From yesterday we still have MTDR and run, and today I entered a new position, MPLX, and in a moment I'm going to show you exactly why I entered it and what all was on my radar for today. So earlier today, it was really fun looking at the account because earlier today it was up over $300. Right now we're pulling a little bit back because as you see, the overall market has just been diddling around. So not a whole lot going on. So let me show you exactly what I did here today. And then in a moment, we'll talk about the 3 reasons why traders lose money. But I want to just quickly recap of what's happening. Now, in yesterday's video, as you know, I gave you my trading plan for this account of what exactly I'm doing. And if you would like to have a copy of this trading plan, go to rockwelltrading.com/daily. This is where I offer an in-depth training, which is for free, and the trading plan. So if you go there and register, I'll be happy to send you the trading plan. So let's just take a look at the account and what exactly I did there. So I'm using the PowerX strategy that you probably already know by now. It's the book that is behind me. Many of you probably have it. If you don't have it just yet, just follow one of the links that I have here right below the video, and I'll be happy to ship you a copy for free. All I ask is that you pay for shipping and handling, which is $4.95, and then I'll be happy to ship you a copy. Anyhow, so based on the PowerX strategy, I programmed a software. It's called PowerX Optimizer. So I did run the scanner, and by running the scanner here, so I can quickly do it because it's super fast. That's what I like about it. As you can see, this is finding the best stocks and options to trade according to the PowerX strategy. So we're right now at 33%, 34%. So it's usually going really, really quickly. And this is what I did last night and then again earlier this morning, just to double check. And I came up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stocks that I wanted to take a look at. Now, as you know, if you have seen yesterday's video, or if you go to rockwelltrading.com daily and download the plan, you know that I don't want to trade stocks that are crazy stocks. I don't want to trade stocks that where the bid ask of the option is too big. This is where we see in the options tab, see the bid ask here. If it is in red, I don't want to trade this. And if the risk is more than 2% of the account that I'm trading with it, which is more than $400, I will not take the trade. So this is where I went through these trades. And here's what I'm doing. I told you, I promised you that I will keep copious notes of what trades I'm taking or not. So yesterday I had, according to the PowerX strategy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I can make this probably a little bit bigger to make it easier to see. So there were 6 trades, and 2 of them yesterday I ruled out where the bid ask was too high or it was a crazy stock. Then in these 4, I wanted to trade them, and you see 3 of them were triggered, and in 2 of them I got filled. So this MTDR and run, which are nicely up to date. So MTDR and run, $66 and $55. Again, not too exciting yet. Earlier it was way more exciting, but hey, this is a trade that we'll probably have for the next 5 to 20 days. That is the time horizon according for this strategy. Now for today, I had DIOD, IMMR, LL, MPLX, MYOV, and ZG. So these were the trades that I was interested in today. So for DIYOD, we just saw it. The bid and ask was too high. So what does this mean? The bid ask spread too high. Whenever I see this, like right here in the options tab, that it is red, right? This means don't trade it. So for the other ones, according to my rules, I did set alarms, and let me show you exactly how to do this. So I set alarms for the trades here that I'm interested in. I actually created my own little watch list right here. See the green list? And these are the trades that I'm in, MTDR and run. And then these are the trades that I wanted to enter today. Again, I'm doing a more in-depth training to show you exactly what I do step by step. And we were doing it probably next Wednesday. We're doing it early in the morning so that you can follow along if you want to. If you're interested in this training, just go to rockwelltrading.com/daily. Leave your name and your email, because as soon as I have all the details, I'll be happy to send you a link and all the information so that you don't miss it. Okay. So I'm going through this really fairly quickly here right now because I just want to show you what happened. So I did set alarms on MPLX, and this is where it got triggered. On DYOD, you see I want DYOD to go below, let me just zoom in here a little bit. There we go. To go below 45.87, and it hasn't happened yet. For IMMR, I want it to go below $6.13, and it doesn't happen. And you see, as soon as it crosses it, I will buy the put option. LL, also here, I wanted LL to go above 8.16, hasn't happened yet. And MYOV, I wanted MYOV to go below 1180. Hasn't happened yet. So for my testing protocol, we have 15 minutes left in the trading session. And if by the end of the day it is not triggered, I will just put in here a no, a no, and a no. And again, here for ZG, the risk was too big. So these are the 4 stocks that I've been following. So this is what you see in the account right now. MPLX has triggered and I have been filled. So this is the new trade that I entered today. And as you can see, hey, thus far for the day, it is up $111. Oh, look at this. Now we are up for the day $242. So these are the 3 positions. And again, what will happen here tonight? I will run the scanner again to see what other positions I have for tomorrow. Now, if you have been downloading my trading plan, you'll see I'm over trading this account because I have very specific goals for the account. And I've wrote down the goal in the plan. So really should download it. Let me just ask you, thus far, is this helpful? And I know that I'm going fairly quickly through this here because I know that you might have watched the previous video that you already know all the rules and you just say, all right, give me the meat. What are the new trades that I entered? If this is helpful for you thus far, just click on like. And if you want to keep following along and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, right below here, there's the subscribe button on YouTube. Click on subscribe and hit the little notification bell because this way you get notified whenever I release a new video. And this way, if you want, I'll keep you posted of how this account is growing. Right now, as you can see, there's $20,000 that I started this account with. And thus far, we are up $211. Now, these are unrealized profits, so we haven't realized them yet, but I guess we're off to a good start. I started trading it yesterday, and we're already up $200. It's a percent. Not bad for a day's work, is it? Okay, anyhow, hope this helps. All right, now, before I talk about the 3 reasons why traders lose money and how to fix it, I want to just quickly see what questions you have for me. So Paul, for example, is asking, are the entry points on your watch list from the scanner? Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Paul, let me just show it to you. So going to the scanner and we look, for example, at LL, Lumber Liquidators. See the entry point here, PowerX Optimizer tells me buy to open. I have no idea. Oh, you're still on there. There we go. Okay, anyhow. So this is where I see in the upper right-hand corner, right here, buy to open at 816. And this is what I'm using here, LL, right? I'm setting a quick alarm, buy to open at 816. And I don't want to trade the stocks for this here. I actually want to trade options. And I told you about these reasons yesterday. So watch yesterday's video. It's a really good one, I think. Good, great question. So let's see. Catherine is asking, when will you talk about vertical options? Not yet, probably a couple of weeks, maybe next month. I mean, we're already May 20th, so yeah, probably in a couple of weeks. Anyhow, good. So Claire's asking, advantages of tastyworks over TOS. Claire, great question. I actually did a video where I compared 4 different brokerages. I compared Thinkorswim, which is TD Ameritrade, versus tastyworks, versus Interactive Brokers, versus Webull. And we will probably drop a link in the description or right here in the chat to the video. You should watch it. This is where I compared and I told you why I decided to go with tastyworks here. Okay, let's see. What other questions do we have here? So Monica says, MPLX, I could not get it filled. It was way over the suggested price in the money. Well, earlier this morning it was, but then it pulled back. So let's take a look at this, Monica, because it is a great question. Let me just share my desktop here. Look at PowerX Optimizer, MPLX. Okay, so if you look at the options tab, we wanted to buy it at a maximum of $1.52. So when it is $1.52, I like to go in 5-cent increments. So whether you go for $1.50 or $1.55 doesn't really matter. So you can go for $1.50 or $1.55. So let's take a look at this particular option here. So MPLX, this was, let me just show you exactly, the 19 call. Okay, so we're looking at the 19 call here. It's a little bit tricky, at least I'm still getting used to it. So for the 19 call, I'm going to look at the option on the chart, and as you can see right here, the low was $1.55, which was my bid. This is where I got filled, and the high was $2. So earlier today, you did not get filled, but I was filled around noon Central Time. Monica, is this helping you? So I had the limit order in the market, and then at $1.55, I got filled. All right, coming back here to full screen. So hope that this helps. Good. So Kathy is asking a great question. Since the markets are closed on Monday because it's Memorial Day, are you still having coffee with Markus on Monday? Haven't decided yet. I'll let you know. I'll definitely let you know over the next few days. I'm thinking about taking a day off, but hey, maybe not. So great question here. Okay, so Ziad is asking, how much did you bet each on them? Did you bet on each of them? 2%. Yes, I adjust the option size so that I'm not losing more than 2% of my account on any given trade. So here, 2% of $20,000 is $400. So I adjusted the size, the amount of contracts that I'm not losing more than $400. What does it mean? For these positions here, I traded 3 MTDR calls, 3 MPLX, and 5 of the run. I know it's super hard to see. Let me just go back to the screen here. So 3, 3, 5. I know it's hard to see, and I'm sorry about this. There's no way to actually change the font size here on tastyworks. Not my fault, their fault. At least that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay. Good. Francesco says that the background noise is annoying. So sorry, I did order a new mic. Again, this is a brand new mic, and I heard some feedback that there is some background noise, so I will have a new mic tomorrow. Sorry about this, it will be fixed. Good. So here is what I'll do right now. I want to talk about the 3 reasons why traders lose money. But thus far, has this been helpful? Because I want to make sure that you find this helpful. If it is, you know the drill. Click on like, because I'm gauging on the likes which segments you like best, because I'm seeing, okay, where do you like this video? And then I'll do more of this. So if it's helpful for you to look over my shoulder and see what trades I'm taking and why I'm taking it, click on like right now. And then in a moment, we'll talk about the 3 reasons why traders lose money and how to fix it. Good. Good. Let me just ask the team, is there anything that I need to do to the mic right now, or are we kind of okay? Always getting nervous because I don't hear it, and I don't want to screw up the whole video because I really have some cool stuff for you that I want to show you right now, and then I'll come back to you and answer a few more questions. Good. So let me just come to the Dow here, and yes, I'm aware that I'm not sharing my screen yet, and there's a reason for it, because I want to prepare it for the segment that I have. Okay. Good. The team says it's not too annoying, and as promised, tomorrow a new mic arrives. They're getting more and more expensive. So this mic was around $200. The new mic that I ordered was around $350, but I want to make sure that you're having a great experience. Okay. So now let's talk about the 3 reasons why traders lose money and how to fix it. So let's jump right into it. Here's reason number 1. Reason number 1 is that traders are entering a trade too late. And I want to show you 2 very specific examples. So let's jump on the screen that I can show you exactly what I mean. The first stock that I want to look at is Uber. So Uber, as you know, previously had its IPO. So we're going back to the time where Uber had an IPO, the initial public offering. And you see, this is where immediately they started trading at around $44, jumped back to $38, and then they were trading anywhere between $42 and $46. So this is when some traders think, oh, you know what? I missed the beginning. I missed the move from $38 to $46. But now that they're making a new all-time high, let's jump into this. See, a lot of traders, they jump into a trade when it is too late. And this is what happened to many people here at Uber. So they jumped in when it was trading at $45 or $46, and the mainstream media was hyping it up. Now, as you can see, here is what happened right after this. Boom! It went all the way down. Now, let me ask you this. If you look at this chart, when do you think retail traders would jump back in? Not right here, right? I mean, they would probably jump back in as soon as we're approaching the previous highs. Let me just zoom out here a little bit so that you can see this. So right here, as we are trading again at around $40, hey, now Uber is going back up. And what's happening? It is going all the way down. So this is what happened here. And this is mistake number one that many traders make, entering too late. Let me show you a second example that might sound familiar as well. I want to take a look at Amazon right now. Now, Amazon is a hot stock. As you know, at first they crossed 1,000, and then at some point they crossed the $2,000 marks, right? So here, this is when they crossed $2,000 right here. Can you see it on the screen? And this is when everybody got excited and said, yay, Amazon is above 2,000. And this is when many traders jumped in. Now, as you can see, here's what happened after this. It moved all the way down. Now, the question is, okay, when do you get back in? And this is when many traders went in again when it was above 2,000. And again, Amazon plummeted down. So, reason number one why traders lose money is entering too late. And in a moment, I'll tell you exactly how to fix it. But first, let's move on to mistake number two, which is exiting too late. Because when you're trading, you're entering and you're exiting, right? So if you can make mistakes when entering, you can make mistakes when exiting. So mistake number two, exiting too late. And I want to show you also two very specific examples. So the first example that I want to show you is Lyft. Now we just talked about Uber. So Lyft also had their IPO, their initial public offering, and it was pretty high. It was after Uber. And since everybody got excited about Uber, Lyft got aggressive. And people were actually offered a Lyft, I think it was around $80, as you can see here. Now what happened after this? It went all the way down to $46. Now, here's what happens to many traders. They get into a trade and then it goes against them, and what do? They say, oh, it'll turn around. Does this sound familiar? Have you ever done this? Leave a comment if this ever happened to you, that you said, oh, well, it'll turn around. And sure enough, it did. And this is when hope kicks in. This is when traders are thinking, oh my gosh, this is awesome. It's going up again. It will go up to $80 again, to $90. Maybe it goes to $200, $300. But it doesn't do it. See, it goes all the way down now to $40. See, this is where many traders at this point, when they lose from $80 to $40, when they lose half of their investment, what do most traders do? This is when they become religious. Please make sure that this stock turn around. I promise the next time I get out of this trade earlier. But you see, hope is not a strategy. And we'll talk about a strategy in a moment. But as you can see here, this is, you have to have a stop loss. You need to know how to cut your losses. Let me show you another example here. Another example is of a company that is in the news right now, Macy's. I want to actually go to a weekly chart here, because Macy's has been around for a long time. Now, if you're looking back here at after the 2008 crash, Macy's was just on a roll. Look at this. I mean, in 2008, Macy's was trading at $7.55 and went all the way up to $70. And this is where everybody thought, Macy's, they will be around forever. After all, they're giving us the Thanksgiving parade, right? But here's what happened. Macy's missed going online. You see, bigger retailers like Walmart, Target, they open online stores. Macy's never did. They thought all we can do is our brick and mortar and we will be just fine. And you see, this is when suddenly Macy's plummet from $70 to $40. Now, this again, many traders hope that it will turn around and go to new all-time highs. After all, it's very tempting because in the long run, the stock market does. But just because the stock market does not mean that every single stock does. And as you can see here, Macy's went all the way from $70 back to where they are right now, $5. And this is what is wiping out a lot of trading accounts. not exiting a trade after you realize a loss, hanging on to a losing trade for too long. So before we move on to number 3, let's quickly recap. Mistake number 1, entering too late, and I'm going to show you in a moment how to fix it. Mistake number 2, exiting too late. Now before we move to number 3, mistake number 3, and then I show you how to fix it. Is this making sense thus far? Because if it is, do me a favor and click on like, because this way I know that you're enjoying the videos and I'll do more videos like this for you. All right, so let's move on to step number 3. Not step number 3, mistake number 3. Mistake number 3 is not having a trading strategy. Now let's talk about it. What is a trading strategy? A trading strategy answers the following 3 questions. Question number 1, what are you trading? Are you trading stocks? Are you trading options? And exactly what stocks? How do you select the right stocks? Second, a trading strategy answers when exactly do you enter? And I want to show you what I personally do to enter. Number 3, it answers when do you exit? And there's 2 ways to exit. You can either exit with a profit or you can exit with a loss. Now, every trader needs to have this strategy. And I want to show you right now how I personally do it. So let's go back to the chart here, and let's actually go to a stock that everybody is familiar with. Tesla, for example. So I personally do not like to listen to the talking heads on TV. I do not like to listen to people who have the hot stock tip. I like to rely on 3 indicators, and this is what you see on the bottom of the screen here. The first one is the RSI, the second one is the stochastics, and the third one is the MACD. By the way, I did a video where I explained exactly what these indicators are and how to set them up, and you can see all this on a website that I set up for you. It's called mytradingroutine.com. So if you're interested learning more about the indicators, go to mytradingroutine.com. Anyhow, here's what I want to see. When all these 3 indicators are telling me buy, this is when I want to enter the trade. And you see for Tesla, all 3 indicators gave me an entry signal when Tesla was still trading around 370. And you see all these 3 indicators told me we are good to go until these indicators turned around right here at around 850. Now let me ask you this. If you could capture a move from 360 to 850, would that make you happy? I sure hope so. So this is where the indicators are helping me to really pinpointing when to enter. Now let's talk about mistake number 2, when to exit. So I have a very specific way to determine my stop loss and my profit target before I even enter a trade. As an example, I never risk more than 2% of my account. That is my stop loss rule. That's where I place my stop loss. And I also like to take profits. I like to take profits when I see that I make twice as much money as I risked. Anyhow, I did a specific video about my exit strategy as well. I'll link to it in the description, or you can see all of this at mytradingroutine.com. So, but let's quickly recap. What are the 3 reasons why traders lose money? And if any of these reasons resonate with you, click on like or leave a comment if this ever happened to you. Reason number 1, entering too late. And you now know how to fix it. I personally like to use indicators because they're objective and they're telling me exactly when to enter. Mistake number 2, exiting too late. I know where to exit before I even enter the trade. And I highly encourage you to also set a so-called stop loss if the trade goes against you, and a profit target that you know when to take profit if the trade moves in the right direction. Because a profit target of I exit whenever I make enough money is not a good strategy. Because as you know, there's never enough money here. Mistake number 3 is not having a strategy, not knowing exactly what stock to buy, when to buy it, and when to sell it again. And this is where I'll be happy to show you my trading strategy. It's on a website that I call mytradingroutine.com. Anyhow, now you know the 3 main reasons why traders lose money. Leave a comment if any of these reasons, if you have made any of these mistakes ever. Don't be embarrassed. We all made it at some point in our lives. And let me know if this was helpful and you now know how to fix it. And I'll talk to you in the next video. All right. So we'll use this segment here because I think it's a good segment, especially for new traders here. But right now, I want to come back to you and answer a few more questions because we do have more time. All right. There we go. Bernard is asking, I'm just trading stocks as opposed to options. Is it prudent to wait until after the first 30 minutes to purchase as soon as the target price hit? I would do it. I mean, if it is hit in the first 30 seconds, I would do it, Bernard. This is where you can use a so-called stop order to put a stop order in the market. That is pretty much like an alarm, right? Whenever the stock price moves above your alarm, the order is getting executed. I did a video on this. It's called how to use stop orders, stop versus limit orders. We'll leave a link in the description or somewhere here in the comment. Again, it's stop versus limit orders that explains it in detail. Okay, so Jeff is asking, at what price did you get into the MPLX option? At $1.55. So $1.55. Again, the suggested entry was 152. So it doesn't matter if you go at 150 or 155. I placed a limit order of 155 this morning and got filled around noon here. Okay, so Ken is asking, for our newbies, can you show us how all trades process executions? For example, how to enter a call and puts and how to exit. I will be happy to. This is why I'm doing this special training probably next week, and I'm doing it in the morning that I can show you exactly how I enter the trades. So go to rockwelltrading.com/daily. This way I can send you an email of when exactly this training will be. I should probably charge for the training, but I decided to make it available for free. So all I'm asking is that you register, that I can send you an email of when exactly I'm doing it. Ken, and I'm showing it to you exactly. So Diesel is asking, can we use a brokerage account as a checking and savings account? Well, kind of. I mean, a broker does not give you a debit card or a credit card, right? I mean, this is not what a broker does. You can transfer money in and out, but if you're using it as a savings account, a broker does not give you any interest on your account. So I wouldn't. But it's super easy to transfer money in and out. It's usually available within a day. Anyhow, good. So James says Thinkorswim is good because it matches the training videos with Mark. Thus far it does. We might actually record more training videos on Tastyworks as soon as I get more familiar with this. Okay. So Chaguma says, I got the power alerts today, but there was no options to trade on it. Are you planning to add it to the alerts? No, the power alerts are clearly for stocks. If you want to trade options, you just choose an option. I prefer options that are in the money. So you can trade an option that has a delta of 70. You can trade an option that is at the money. I would give it at least 30 days until expiration. So 30 to 45 days to expiration. So as you got the alert today, it is May 20th. I would have gotten for at least the June 19th expiration. And it's super easy for you to do this. We're not planning to add options to that. It's a different strategy. It has nothing to do with the PowerX strategy, and it's meant for stocks only, and it is for long only. Okay, so David is asking, when you set the default in PowerX, do you consider for the much more expensive stocks that have considerable volatility? I'll show you exactly what I do. So when I go for the defaults, I go, let me just show it to you right here, for stocks that are trading between $5 and $250. Because if you go for stocks like Amazon that are trading at $2,000 or more, the options will be horribly expensive. And when the options are expensive, you have to risk a lot, and it will exceed the $400 limit that I set for this particular account. So for an account size between $5 and $20,000, I highly recommend that you choose closing prices between $5 and $250. Does this make sense? Okay, good. So MJ, can we still go for MPLX? Well, right now, just see the question, markets are closed. So you could. I will look for new opportunities tomorrow. This is why I'm running the PowerX Optimizer every single day. Okay, USA, how deep in the money? Well, you see here, usually as a rule of thumb, I'm looking for a delta of 0.6 to 0.7, if this helps you at all. So here, for example, when I wanted to buy the stock at 1961, I went for a 19 strike price. So not deep in the money, a little bit in the money. Okay, so Joe says, I'd love to see how you put together this for a video series. I think we'll put all of this into a playlist so that you see day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. Actually, Jared, let's do this. Talking to Jared from my team. Let's put all these little videos, because I'll do a daily recap of what I did. So let's do the day 1, day 2, day 3 into a playlist. That great idea, Joe. Okay, so Breeze is asking, do you risk the whole premium of the option for position sizing? Nope, I do not. This is why here, when I have my PowerX optimizer, it tells me what my risk is. And you see here, it's a lot. Out of $1.52, I'm risking $1.32. But since I'm not planning to hold it until expiration, until it expires worthless, this is why I'm only risking part of the premium. If I would go for the ATM, I would pay $96, but only risk 47 cents out of the $96. Okay. Anyhow, great question. Good. Okay, so Ziad is asking, when trading these options, you don't mind about theta losing value. No, this is why I want to see at least 30 days to expiration, because theta is really kicking in the last 30 days. I did a video on this. It's called Theta in Options. Somebody is probably posting a link here in the description, either underneath or in the chat. You should really watch this, and then you see that usually when options have more than 30 days till expiration, we're good to go there. So, but great question. Mike is asking, why was ZG too risky? I'll be happy to show you this. So if you go to ZG, and I'm zooming in a little bit to make it hopefully a little bit easier for you to see the numbers. There we go. If I'm clicking on the options tab, oops, first need to click on the options tab and then zoom in, you will see that here the risk was $4.77. And this would be $477. And as my rule for this account, I said I do not want to risk more than $400. So this was $77 over the limit that I set for this particular account. But great question. Mike, is this helping? Let me know if this is helping. Good. So let's see. Oh my gosh, there's so many questions. Okay, so this is about the mic. As I said, I went on a shopping spree yesterday. So this is where I ordered it on Amazon, and usually Amazon delivers within a day. Right now it takes 2 days. So I ordered it yesterday. Okay, so Kushal is asking, PXO suggested a conservative price target on run that was hit today. I know you don't want to have the OCO stop outs, but what's wrong with having limit orders for a profit target sitting in the market? When you are trading stocks, Kushal, I would absolutely take it. For the option, I only go for the optimized target. That's my choice. Again, this is in the trading plan that you can get here. If you click on the link, rockwelltrading.com/daily. If you go there, I'll be happy to send it to you. So I have a very specific plan to trade this account, and I'm making it public. There's no secret about this, and this is where there's nothing wrong, Kushal, with what you're suggesting. You can do it. I chose to trade this account in a certain way, but you're absolutely right. You could do this. Okay, Colby's asking, are you trading the options or the stocks on these tastyworks trades? For this account, I decided to only trade options because it's a rather small account with $20,000. So any account between $5,000 and $50,000, I think you should trade options to grow this account quickly to $100,000. And once you're above $100,000 or $200,000, then it might make more sense for you to trade stocks. But if you want to grow an account more aggressively, I recommend trading options. And that's what I do with this account, because one of the goals is I want to see how quickly I can get to $2,000 in profits. And again, let's just see. Where did we end up the day thus far? We ended up with $198. Okay, so if we could make this every day, we only have 10 more days to go. So, but I think it'll take longer, to be honest. I think it'll take me probably 3 to 4 weeks to make $4,000. But if we could make $2,000, if we could make 10% within 1 month, if we just extrapolate it, we could make 100% a year. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Okay. So this is the idea here. Okay, GeoTim is asking an excellent question. The risk reward for the ATM option was much better than the risk reward for the ITM. Wouldn't be the ATM the better choice? Yes, yes. Here is what I said yesterday. My plan is that I'm always trading the ITM, and here's why. I need to keep it easy for me. I'm not that smart, and if I try to watch, as I did today, 5 different stocks, and then I have to decide, okay, which one do I do in order to keep it easy for me, since I am over trading this account on purpose. I said in my rules that I set for myself, all I want to do is trade the ITM. And it's just a personal choice. It would absolutely be better, GeoTim, what you said. If you go for a risk reward that is better, do it by all means. Again, I know myself, and I know if I'm giving myself too many choices, I easily get overwhelmed. And when I get overwhelmed, I'd rather shut down the computer and go outside. So this is why I keep it easy for me. And you're absolutely right. You should have done that if you're looking at the risk reward here. Okay. Good. All right. Let's see if there are a few more questions. Oh my gosh. Geez, we're running out of time. Here's what I want to do. I want to definitely answer 2 more questions. And if for whatever reason I missed your question and you have it, wait until we are done with the live and then post it in the comment every day. I'm going through all the comments that are underneath the video. I can't go through all of this that are flying in here right now, but the ones underneath the video, which is pretty much as soon as we stop the live here and you post a comment there, I'll definitely see it. So, okay. So, I want to see. Jody says, exit too late. I've done it many times. Christina says, definitely been there. I know. I mean, in the beginning of my trading career, this is what I did. I mean, I made these mistakes. That's how I know the mistakes. I mean, these are not hypothetical mistakes. Oh, this is probably what happens. No, this is what happened to me. This is why I exactly didn't invent the rules, but created the rules for myself here. Okay, Richard is asking the 2% risk. I promise I'll do this tomorrow. I just want to take a little bit more time because it's a great question and I want to make sure that I'm not rushing through this. So Richard, promise tomorrow in Coffee with Markus, we will answer the question how I apply the 2% rule to options. Wayne is asking an excellent question, and I do believe that I answered it somewhere in a comment a few days ago. So I want to approach this really quickly. Do you ever do dollar cost averaging, meaning buying more stock which is down to lower your cost basis? Let me just show you what Wayne is talking about, and then I'll tell you why I'm not doing it. I'm using Macy's here as an example, right? So Macy's is exactly what we talked about earlier, and I'm going to a weekly chart. So what Wayne is talking about, and the question that I received earlier is, for example, if we bought Macy's at $70, and now it is going down, would it make sense to buy more at $50 and therefore bring our average cost down to $60? It does make sense if the stock goes up again. But here, you see, you would buy more and more and more of a falling stock. Actually, Wayne, this is such an excellent question. I will do a video about this, about dollar cost averaging, because it's a great question. I'll probably do it tomorrow or on Friday. So I'll definitely do it this week. So don't want to rush to it here because my coffee is getting cold. And you know the drill. When the coffee is getting cold, that's when we end the show. Anyhow, hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, click on like. Feel free to share this with anybody who likes or could use this information here. And I will see you again tomorrow. Same time, same place, 3:30, half an hour before the markets close, 3:30 Eastern time, and right here on YouTube. And I'll talk to you then. And register for the free training. We'll do it next week. Promise. It'll be good. Take care.